I just want it all. I feel like everyone's watching me and I ain't stopping it all. You're gonna feel my grind, whether it's sunny or rainy, going every day. You're gonna feel my grind. I'ma get something today, whether it's money or pain. You're gonna feel my grind.
One woman, one fate, how strong is yours? Mine strong enough to hold on till the storm is gone. But till then, I'll keep pushing till I crack this door. What you think all these tracks? What you think all these raps is for? Why you think gold black with the platinum core? I've seen love die and turn into acts of war, and I'm still here. Get ready for whatever now. God gon' guide me. I'm decorated highly. I'm dirty south all around. I take care of mine. Build it up and put it down. I hate to see me grind. Probably rather see me be completely weak and crying. Oh no, not me, not your well-D. It'll take you a whole song, what I can say in a minute. It ain't even what I said, it's the way I present it. And it is simple. I done just told you how much faith and how many women it takes to take first place. Go, keep blowing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And mic check before an award-winning performance. I won't get into the image of this woman enormous. I'm all about what I say I'm about. Them chickens cluck about their plans, I be laying them out. Analyze the blueprints, delete things, add things, come up with a new script, initiate the revolution. It's gold. It's as simple as that. A little something for your cat who thought I wouldn't be back. I'm a woman with one fate that has a million subtitles. Just to complicate life and make it harder to run by you. But what you expect from an independent woman? Simplicity? Nah, I'm complex with focus intensity. It's hopeless and since me each word is transmitted verbally as well as mentally. It's meant to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, the R&B boss. Yes, sir. So we live that life. Yes, we really live that life. Stock market going insane. That won't stop a damn thing. Foreign cars, business calls, everything around me that you see. Yes, that's the life that I lead.
Diamonds on my neck, blacks drop top, bad bitches on my dick, and this shit don't stop that. 17 floors where I'm setting up shop. The world is mine, hard on the grind, I shine. This ain't a lane for the lane, this is a ball for the bosses. 10 toes down and ain't taking no losses. We'll ride past, had these niggas all nauseous. Bitcoin's the big ass knots, how I floss it. Haters be cautious, news with the bullshit. A peaceful man, but I will put him near the pulpit. Like Big got us wanna party and bullshit. Niggas can't compete, so y'all might as well forfeit. Nigga, you see it when I walk up in the spot. No lines, no problems, bitches all up on my jock. VIP, that's me with them bottles of Ciroc. With a pocket full of yards, hustle hard, play it hard, nigga.
Yes, we really live that life. Oh yeah. Stock market going insane. That won't stop a damn thing. Foreign cars, business calls, everything around me that you see. That's the life that I lead. Sun's dripping from the ceiling, chair spilling. We raving, vamping, what's craving? What's really good? Niggas say slide.
Turn up the bass!
You're now listening. Yo, TapN Radio.
With one tap, you're in. Only on TapN Radio.
You're rocking with the Konnect Show on TapN Radio. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, or at www.thekonnectshow.rock. Don't forget, that's the Konnect Show with a K.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait, is it on? Can you hear me? Oh, yeah, okay. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, it's Sapphire. Thank you. Thank you for joining the Konnect Show. This is Sapphire Pistol Grip McLovin and
DJ Bam.
situation because Nas is invested again. I'm saying this man makes moves. I don't know who his people are. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. I don't know who his No, I do know. It's the Queensbridge Investment Group. And I actually tried to figure out how to get part of that. Anyway, but we'll discuss that a little later. All right. So are you ready to get into this?
I think so. I think so.
Are you sure? Because you're like a little twinkle twinkle.
I think so. I'm chilling now.
You got a lot of twinkling going. I wasn't sure if you were ready.
Listen, I'm always ready. You know that.
Yeah. You know I'm real fly.
Yo, I'm not starting with you in this.
I'm just saying. You the one who said it.
I just
you
say,
said, I'm always ready.
And that's
you know that.
You know that.
Yeah, what that mean now?
Anyway, we live.
We are. Anywho, with that being said, I'm trying to figure out. So you've flown before, right?
Yes, I love it.
And I like to fly too. You know that I get my travel on regularly, right?
Yeah, we know.
So.
See, I know. Don't you trying to play me out?
So I'm trying to figure out when you're, booking tickets, finding the right flight with the times, packing your luggage, getting to the airport, going through security, waiting for the flight, get on the flight. What would then make you be like, I'm not gonna wear this mask? Like you think they're gonna let you keep flying? I don't understand the point of that. And this woman was flying to London.
That's a nice little flight.
That's a nice little flight. They turned around the American Airlines flight.
Whoa. First of all, you telling me we was in the air already and y'all niggas turned around?
In the air already.
Nah.
Came back to Florida 90 minutes later.
Nah.
I'm just saying. I just feel like, number one, I also may have gotten kicked off the flight for trying to hit this broad in her face. Because this already a long flight, and now you've already delayed it that much more. Because not only do we have to turn around and drop your goofy self off behind a mask, but then we have to wait for the authorities to come get you, pull you off the flight, and then go back and go onward to London.
And once again, she was on a plane already and she just took a mask off?
She had to, because they won't even let you through the airport without one. To get into the airport, you have to have a mask on. Or they will stop you.
I know we're gonna run through it, but so you telling me a flight attendant just happened to walk by, I was like, oh my God, she got a mask on. Turn the plane around.
No, they do. So what they do on all these flights is
I have. Well, no, I'm lying. I have been on this since we had to wear masks. I have.
And if they see you don't have it, they'll be like, could you please, if you're not eating or drinking, right? Because you have to have something going on right here. So on your tray table, you got to have like a meal or a beverage for you not to have a mask on.
Okay.
But if you don't have any of those things and you're just like, I'm ready to take it off, they're going to be like, please put your mask back on.
That's what I'm saying. Like this, we ain't going to drag this on, but this don't sound right. Like.
I'm saying this ain't the first chick who's done it though.
Yeah, but it don't sound right. Like
how does it not sound right?
Because
they out here wilding.
They got it on plane. She got on the plane and
with it on. All those people did. All those people who start arguing about not wearing it got on the planes with masks.
Oh, so it's more than one people.
Oh hell yeah, this has been happening.
No, I'm talking about on this flight.
No, I'm saying
so
throughout.
I don't. You know what? I ain't gonna say it because they might block me. No, I mean, I ain't gonna say it, but
throughout 2021,
I would have more to combat her ass.
I would have tried to hit that broad in her damn throat on the low. When wasn't nobody looking, I was trying to be like,
She said it, not me. She said it, not me. I didn't say it. She said it.
I said it. I would have tried to with you. You understand? Understand. Mess with my London flight.
I'm taking a train next time. Speaking of trains.
To London?
They actually about to build one.
I'm not saying they're not. But to London?
Like I said, if not, I'll find
And
out.
I don't know how you listen, if you going over that much water on a train, I don't know.
What you talking about? We go under the tunnel, and that's what they're building it. They're building
it ain't that long. It ain't all the way to London.
No, they actually is. They're building it.
No. I know they're supposed to be doing that in a few places, but what I'm saying is that makes me nervous. All I can think of is horror movies, like when
Me.
when the tunnel crack.
What's that
and
shit?
The water coming in.
What's that fucking bridge that connected Virginia to when you going down south? That shit I'm scared of.
Yeah, but that's not even that long.
Yes, it is. That shit come up and then it goes down. It goes into a tunnel. Then you come back up. First of all, you ever been on that shit when the water is fucking, bro? I was scared as hell that one time.
But I'm saying, okay, I get what you're saying. Now picture that going to London.
Yeah, you bugging. You bugging. Listen,
I'm gonna take a flight.
First of all, it better be a rest stop in the middle.
I don't know, but I'm taking a flight. Like I need to be able to not think of that there's pressure of water possibly about to crack inside of some tunnel for me going to London.
You should think about that when you go to New York. The fuck? Hey, yo,
it's just right there. New York is right there. That's like a hot second. That ain't to London. Let's talk about these trains as a matter of fact.
Man, that shit look dirty.
Don't it look dirty?
Filthy motherfucker.
You know what? That's robbery. People have been robbing the trains in Los Angeles.
Oh, that ain't nothing new.
And they just, this is new. They ain't been doing this. They haven't been going in there taking boxes and just pulling stuff out and just throwing boxes. Like, it's on an all-time high rise right now.
These niggas leaving evidence.
Evidence, all of it. In downtown Los Angeles for months, it's just discarded packages. They raid the cargo containers. And you know, they said it like it was just the ships that were the issue during the pandemic. But obviously, the trains are having some difficulty with security. So it includes packages from Amazon, REI, and other places. And all that trash that you see if you're watching is what they're throwing behind on the trains. Just, here, what's this? I didn't really want it, but I'll take it. And then let me just throw the box. I'm like, so y'all not gonna clean it though? Like, who's in charge of cleaning? They said why they had a camera crew down there recording it for the news. They said they had somebody running off with a couple packages in the distance.
Hey, yo. That's Ezel for Friday.
And a Union Pacific Railroad officer was spotted chasing two people who were apparently going through packages. So clearly y'all ain't got enough cops, but who picks up the trash? Like, how the train's gonna eventually be able to even get by with all this trash? That looks like a hazard. Like, if something spark off the train, it's just gonna start a fire.
Hey.
Yeah, so.
Nigga, a tsunami about to hit the West Coast. So.
You don't say that.
What are you talking about? It was just on the news.
They didn't say a tsunami, Bobby.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Anyway, let's talk about these pigs.
Let's talk about these pigs.
Nasty ass pigs.
Well, I know some people are like, boo to pigs, but some other people love bacon.
No.
So
who love bacon?
Who love that bacon? So there's a law that's going in effect in January that's going to cause for more humane treatment.
You mean January of 2023?
So, first of all, it's supposed to be, if you let me finish.
Now, can you say in January?
In January.
We're in January.
Duh, if you let me finish. In January, it's supposed to be a law that goes into effect that requires more humane treatment of farm animals. So they want space. You know how they let the chickens roam free? They want all the other animals to be able to roam free, like some pigs. But even though they've been working on this was voted by voters back in 2018, they still don't have the law in place. People still don't know what to do. Because they get most of their stuff from they get like over 90% of the meat from out of the state. So they like, how are we supposed to know whether it's humane or not? What, are we going to visit the farm that we getting the pork from? And that's a great question, California. How you going to implement this program and ain't no farms like that talking about in California for these pigs? I'm just saying. What are y'all supposed to do? Y'all going state hopping? Like, Alabama, here we come. Let me take a look around your farm to make sure that I can sell this pork. And I know people want humane treatment of the animals, and I'm not knocking that. But in this particular case, I think that might be a little difficult to do. Now, let me tell you about this movie that I saw that came out back in 2007. But even though it came out in 2007, it just hit streaming services not too long ago. So I was able to watch it. It is called Grindhouse, Death Proof. Have you seen it? Did you see this movie?
No, never even heard of it.
See, I hadn't either. And it made over $30 million in the box office back in 2007. And I was like...
Back in 2000. Hey, yo, what's up?
I was about to say 2007. Because I'm used to saying 2020, 2021, 2022. So I was about to be like 2007. And then it's like, my bad. 2007. Silence. Anywho, what happens in this movie, it's a Quentin Tarantino movie. And so it had some classic characters like Kurt Russell, Zoe Bell, Rosario Dawson. And so I'm like, I like Quentin Tarantino. And I never heard of this movie.
I never.
Do you like Quentin Tarantino movies?
Yeah, it's cool with me. I'm a movie guy, that's what I said, but like I really never heard of this movie.
So what happens is that it does not disappoint. There's just enough ass whooping and gore to go down for you to appreciate it. But you know, Quentin always comes with those classic dialogues too between his characters. Like remember in Pulp Fiction where they had that whole discussion about the Big Mac?
Yeah.
And how it's called, it has different names in other countries. It had that kind of feel to it. It was a classic Tarantino. So if you do like Tarantino and you're down for just a little bit of horror, just a little bit of, you know, random body part over here, then I would definitely suggest you go see Death Proof, Grindhouse Death Proof. I don't remember if I watched that on Amazon or what. I don't remember. Just go somewhere and see what you can do. I feel like I watched it on Amazon. Anyway, are we about to listen to a little music?
Sure, get into the artist.
Okay. Okay, so you know that it's Indie Thursday. Here on Indie Thursdays, we play independent artists. So, if you're an independent artist and you're interested in sending us some music, you can send it to thekonnectshow@gmail.com. And don't forget, that's connect with a K. All right, with that being said, I'm Sapphire Pistol Grip McLovin.
I'm DJ Bam. I don't know what all that was about. Pistol Grip McGrovern, okay.
Pistol Grip Pump on my lap at all times. Oh, I forgot to say the whole thing. Okay. I'm Sapphire Pistol Grip Pump McLovin.
Bam. Fucking Bam. Just Bam. Hey, y'all. This is Love Meaning. Yeah.
If I only had one touch from you, there would be a pause and moment of time, and I will fall in love from the thoughts of you, and all my dreams will then come true, come true. It only takes a second to show how I feel, and only half as long to know that it's real. Love is the word I'll never understand. You will always be my man, and I never let you go. And that's all you need to know. Every time I think of you, it's like you opened up my heart. There can only be one you and me, like the tides in the sand meet the trees in the summer breeze. I need you like my heartbeat. You move me, and it only takes a second to show how I feel, and only half as long to know that it's real. I never let you go. And that's all you need to know. As the leaves fall, as the times change, like darkness waits for the light, I will wait for you. When my heart breaks and my love fades, I will never fade from you. It takes a second to show how I feel. It really happens alone to know that it's real. To know the world I'll never understand. You will always be my best, and I never let you go. And that's all you need to know.
Ladies and gentlemen, the R&B.
Are you serious, Ty? Like, are you serious? Like, I done did my hair and everything. It's Valentine's Day. You said you wasn't gonna do this again. Nigga, if you love me, you love me now. No half-assing me no more. I'm done. Like,
Summertime. Porch days. Let's talk about it.
When we met, we was 14, 15, maybe up. You was the flyest in my town, rocking the latest cuts. It took weeks for us to kiss, you was afraid to touch. Plus, Nana always watching, she ain't about to give her baby up. But I treated you like a lady, I won't say too much. We used to dip off sometime, do some crazy stuff. Them other niggas, they was pressing, but I played it cut. Plus, I had to pass your crib every time I made a run. But that was baby fun, summertime couldn't wait to come. One summer you ain't show up, and the niggas started to play with guns. And I ain't blaming you, just saying if you made it through, then I wouldn't have to sing the blues. The nights we could've saved a few. Always bought me everything pink, but that's my favorite you. I ain't never had to go and tell her, I just gave a clue. But you afraid to lose, there's plenty nights I pray for you. I know you be on board if you believe the things I say is true. Love is why I fight it with my sword, I put in pain for you. Carry all them secrets for your heart, I be that pain for you. I pay Cupid a hefty price just to aim for you. The grass ain't always greener, at least you can say I'm making moves. Plus I got a thing for you, I got some things to prove. I carried every insecurity that came with you. And that's the reason why you say you always love me most. So baby, hold me close and promise that you won't let go. Just promise that you won't let go. You know I got some demons I just won't expose. Maybe I might tell you one day. This little Ella song. What you want her to know? She said it's gas, I can smell it, I can tell it's strong. That type of shit that had your melon gone. More L's lead the combos about how our brother gone. And I'm the brother of three, so that love is strong. Let's roll another one. And another one. And another one.
This that soul train. 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 Better stand back when his hands rapping. Try to take him out, but it can't happen. Ride with the vibe, get your hands clapping. 5-2-5 on the bandwagon. Better stand back when his hands rapping. Try to take him out, but it can't happen. Ride with the vibe, get your hands clapping. 5-2-5 on the bandwagon. I'm the soul train conductor, commotion came to touch ya. You want to ride with the bull, but it change your structure. The play head games or the ring gon' rupture. I'ma give you peace and sound mind, a one-way trip to cloud nine. Sounds fine, then your town down, baby girl, better go pick yours. About the rules ain't clear, but I'm closing doors. We're going to the moon, all I wanna do is I'ma zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Shaking the room, making a big quake, shake, sweeping the street like the mixtape. Get straight to the point, the last heat at the trap meet. I'm an Olympian world class of tap feet. I think outside, we all stay boxed in. That's why I got an ill track record like Mike Johnson. Engine number 9 on New Jersey Transit line. If my train goes off the track, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Better stand back on this man.
You're rocking with the Konnect Show on TapN Radio. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, or at www.thekonnectshow.rocks. Don't forget, that's the Konnect Show with a K.
Oh no, oh no. Not with that voice.
Yeah, you like this, baby. And it sounds like a baby.
I heard a song by the baby the other day. He was trying to do like this, like singing, and I was just like, bruh.
Nigga, he said masterpiece.
Yeah, he was like, oh, anyway, Akon is being sued.
What?
For nearly $4 million.
Oh, that ain't nothing. He wiped his ass for $4 million.
Well, then he should have gave it to him by now. Shit, the man been trying to get it. It settled in 2018.
Listen.
He still want his money.
Listen, Akon said, I'm African, nigga.
He like, bruh.
I'm building. He said, I'm building a city. You gotta wait.
So it's a music executive who worked with him, and he has worked with people like Destiny Child, Usher, Pink, TLC. Akon was actually a client of his.
Okay.
And so he said he still owed $3 million in royalties and $750,000. Sure.
So he just want all that in cash, or he want the actual royalties?
If I was him, I'd try to get the royalties, but
yeah, because that's gonna last longer.
yeah, that's gonna keep going and going. I wouldn't want it in cash, but it said, Akon agreed to pay him $3.25 million over the course of 4 years.
All right, so look, there you go. He get like $1 million a year.
But he missing an installment. He said the man said he missed the $750,000.
Listen. I told you that nigga's in Africa right now building a new city, a city that's not even there. That's about to get added, by the way. That we gotta learn about. We gotta go back to school, learn about this new city.
Oh, it's gonna be like
Wakanda.
Wakanda.
It is gonna be like Wakanda.
Oh,
that nigga is the Black Panther for real.
Yes, ticket holder. Well, just get this man the rest of his money so we can move on it.
Yeah, we moving on. Let's talk about your boo. Why your boo always look high?
First of all, my boo is always high.
That nigga is.
He stay high, all right?
For no reason.
He'll stay high, but he get his business handled. So
she ain't talking about business, y'all. She's talking about something else.
I don't know, cause I haven't met him. Anyway, so Nas is gonna team up with Google and some other companies to invest in a $20 million gaming company. He ain't always investing in stuff. He just really be doing his thing. He did Coinbase. Listen. He was involved in Lyft. There's been so many things.
Listen, Nas said, what Jay-Z say in that song? No. He said,
business man.
He said, Bleak and them made millions. Beans made millions. If he'll tell you if he wasn't in his feeling. Nas, that's how Nas feel. Dre a billionaire, Diddy a billionaire. Know what I mean? Dre is, he need to be in that category with with Dre, Diddy, and Jay.
Well, clearly that's what he's aiming for, because this man is staying.
I think he there already. It just Forbes didn't really estimate his volume yet.
Well, plus he may not want anybody to know, because I'm not trying to be funny. But I remember there was a time where every time he posted that he was making a certain amount, he was getting hit with child support again. So,
man, this kid's grown now.
Is that son with Khalees grown?
Nah, I think he got for like a few more years. But
yes, that's the one I'm talking about, not the other one.
But he paid. He don't care about not saying he don't care. I
don't give a how paid I am. Every time I get paid don't mean that you gotta come and up your ante for the damn child support. You good out here. Y'all eating good. I get my son on the weekends. No, I'm just joking. Anyway, Nas invested in an African mobile games publisher called Carry First in a financing round raising that $20 million. So shout out to them. We shall see what they help create. Anywho, who's next? Oh, the Hip Hop Caucus. The Hip Hop Caucus, I hope that they're going to Texas, because Texas is wilding. They got the most restrictive voting rights. So the Hip Hop Caucus is actually involved in the getting out to vote outreach program, and they said that they're upping the ante in 2022. So I hope they go to Texas, because Texas already is going through it with these new fangled rules they have for mailing in ballots. It has to match either the ID or the social security number that you signed up with when you registered who knows how long ago, and if not, they're not taking it. So it's like thousands of votes they're not taking out. So Hip Hop Caucus, please go to Texas. It's going down in Texas. Speaking of which, hip hop pulling some political rank. Jay-Z is among some others with
Fat Joe.
Huh?
I think it's Jay-Z and Fat Joe.
Oh, it's Jay-Z, Fat Joe, Meek Mill.
It's a couple of them.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people. Okay, so they got behind this bill called the hip hop bill, is what they dubbed it. But basically,
you cannot use their lyrics as evidence.
Yeah, they got rap music on trial. So what they're trying to say is prosecutors will say, in lieu of there being actual evidence, oh, well, this is what they said on the record. And they're like, they should have the same artistic rights that any other artist has.
Yeah.
You wouldn't pull a rock star in here talking about, you said you were going to bite the head off a rat. Therefore, you shot him. You know what I mean?
Coronavirus. Shit is real.
So they're promoting that heavy in New York, and I hope it's called the Rap Music on Trial bill. So hopefully that actually passes. I always thought that was.
Damn, that mean they gonna really have to drop Bobby and them charges and all that.
Yeah, because that's
them
crazy.
Them niggas did 7 years for that.
Yeah, just because I said it. Like, I could say something right now. I could be
I don't
like,
know, the way how Bobby was
I smacked
talking.
this whole last night. And then some broad be like, I was hit. Oh, she said she smacked the whole last night, so she probably really did do it. Like, how does that make sense? Anyway, you ready to talk about these hippos?
From the picture, either my man got eaten or he had sex with it.
No.
You know you be having these weird stories.
Got that hippo ass last night. No, it's just
like that.
Pablo Escobar had some hippos. And from, he was the Colombian drug pen back in the 80s. So they call these the cocaine hippos because it was like just a few that was on his property. Now it's like hundreds on the estate. And so now there's some controversy whether they should get rid of the hippos or leave them there. Activists are like, just leave the hippos alone.
Leave them, like they're not bothering nobody.
Other people are like, they're a danger to the community now that they keep expanding and keep growing, and they're just not stopping having hippo babies, I guess. But why they gotta be cocaine hippos is my question.
Them niggas done had cocaine in it. One of them hippos done swallowed the cocaine.
They weren't transporting hippo cocaine.
They probably was.
It was a zoo. He had a zoo on his property.
Oh, he had a zoo, all right. He had a zoo, all right. He had a zoo, all right.
Cocaine's doing lines.
He had a zoo.
Maybe that's where they got that. When they had what was that with the Madagascar? When he was like, Afro Circus,
Yeah.
Afro Circus.
Yeah.
He was high. He was
Yeah.
getting high with the hippos.
Getting high with the hippos, I'm telling you.
Anyway, we're going to take a small music break. We're
Small.
A very small music break. We're going to come up. We're going to wrap this up.
Oh, my God.
What? I'm just saying.
With one tap, you're in. Only on TapN Radio.
Tap.
I said tap. All right, so thanks for coming back here with Sapphire, Pacific Pump McLovin. Why you always okay?
Oh, you want me to say my name again?
You could have.
You know, Ladies Love Band. Yeah. There you go.
All of that. Okay, so did you know that Japanese Americans had gotten reparations after they were in that camp that they did? Remember when we were going to war with Japan? I said we. Stop. The United States was going to war with
them
Japan.
niggas was. I wasn't even born yet. You wasn't even born yet.
Heck, you know. Well, they got reparations for that. There was thousands of them that received $20,000. They're uniting with blacks to say, we did it. You could do it too. And I believe they're right. If y'all got it just for a camp, you know
I'm
we
black
should
and
be able
I'm
to get it for
proud.
slavery.
I'm black and I'm black and I'm proud.
We definitely should be able to get it for slavery. I mean, if y'all can get it for a camp, we should definitely be able to get it for slavery. That's all I'm saying.
We need to get a lot. We need to get it for a lot of reasons.
You right. But I'm saying, I mean, we definitely, come on. So they're uniting on our front with some activists to make that happen. Let's talk about the CEO of Pornhub.
That's what I'm talking about. What's up, my nigga?
Okay.
Yeah.
So he had a $16 million mansion that burned down, and he's just now talking about the fact that he thinks that it was burned down on purpose by a religious group because they were mad about the whole Pornhub thing.
Well, listen, they need to, know what I mean? Just get with God.
This happened in Montreal also. So they saw a couple people on camera going onto his property, and and he had just put it up for sale. So the next thing you know, poof, it's on fire. And they had like a 9-car garage, 21 rooms. I
didn't know
Pornhub getting it.
I didn't know Pornhub that nigga was that rich.
I didn't either. I said, dang, I need to start
Whatever.
The Konnect Hub. Send me your porn. Okay, anyway. All right, so.
Oh, my God.
I put it on my website. Anyway.
You put it on your what? Your what site?
My
Whoa.
website.
I thought you said you put it on that best.
Shut up. Anyway,
she get a little long hair. She want to shake a little ass, show a little cash.
I'm just saying, we can make that money. And I'll kick y'all a little something, a little kickback in the beginning. You know what I mean? I'll kick you a little something for your video in the beginning. Anyway, Lucia Harris passed, right? And I had no idea who Lucia Harris was.
Okay.
So she played for Delta State University and won 3 consecutive Association for Intercollegiate Athletics for Women national championships. Now this is back in the 70s, right? Out there smashing.
Right.
Then she goes to the first ever women's basketball Olympics. You know how they have the different games? Well, they have women's basketball at first. So she joined the first team for the American women's team and scored the first point. Then she went on, later on in life, she went on to play for the Women's Professional Basketball League. They didn't have the WNBA.
Yeah, I know.
Back then. So then she was commemorated in a Hall of Fame, the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, amongst another Hall of Fame. But she was also drafted in 1977 by the New Orleans Jazz in round 7. She said she wasn't going to go because she didn't think she could handle that. But I never knew they even tried to draft a woman. So shout out to Lucia Harris. Shout out, girl. All right, let's talk about these 2 suckers who just, you gonna lose your job. You gonna lose your job. So these 2 fools, and they probably have been drinking, going to a game.
They look like they come from a Knicks game.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Knicks, but goddamn.
So they on the train, they start harassing a woman.
Yeah, they on the Long Island Express.
They definitely in Long Island.
Yep, told you.
Your man start talking crazy.
Right.
Says, you know, he was like, I don't care, I'll go to jail tonight.
Oh, wow.
He didn't go to jail.
He went to sleep.
But they definitely had to. So he harassed this woman from Dominican Republic. It was her son. He throwing beer at him, talking about y'all not gonna come here and take over my country. So what happens is now they got charges for harassment amongst other things. They had to turn themselves in. They got fired from their job because they were working at this Toyota together.
Okay.
And so was it worth it? Was it really worth it?
I would have fucking. And it's crazy.
Nobody
on that fucking train. I would have snuffed them niggas.
Listen, Betsy, I'm telling you, y'all be getting with the right ones. Cause throw a fucking beer at me. Promise they gonna have to. Oh, you going to jail? We both going to jail.
I can't.
Throw a beer, and I got my son. Throw a beer at me.
I cannot say on air what I'll do. I'm gonna just leave that.
I'm just saying. I could see me really getting riled up behind having my baby with me. I did not know who this child was. Okay, let's talk about Ross. His name is Raz Simone. And 5 women are suing him. He's a Seattle rapper. Because they're saying that he trafficked them. That one girl was in Vegas. She supposedly was there like a year. You know, he would keep her held. If she didn't do what she was supposed to, he'd make her have sex. They had to make money for him. He told them how to eat, blah, blah, blah. So he's saying that the 5 women colluded together against him and that these charges are baseless. They came together as a team, is what he said. I was like, that is some unification. So we shall see what happens with this Raz Simone. But I didn't know people had the last name Simone.
Or even Simone.
Or did he call himself Simone? All the people I know is Simone. I guess because my name is Simone, this is like blowing my mind because I've never met a dude that has Simone in his name. Okay, all right, let's move on. Let's just move on. All right, so the Treat family. The Treat family had a fueling station that was the only fueling station for blacks on Route 66. Now they ended up losing it, but now they're trying to restore it. And I think that's very noble of them because that's now a landmark. That's a historic landmark. Okay. So I would love to see this come back because, like I said, the Route 66, like that was a big route that people used to take back in the day.
Yeah. So,
you know, that'd be cool. And then the fact that that was the only one black people could go to. Yeah. So, yeah. They said it was like a back in the day 7-Eleven. All right, last but not least, let's talk about
your jingle.
I need my jingle.
You can't make this shit up, right?
It's ish. You're not supposed to actually say the words.
Man, fuck that.
You can't make this ish up.
Mom's better hurry up and come back. They got a real one now.
All right, so
that shit like a needle.
That's what it's supposed to look like. If you're watching this, you will see.
That's the vaccine.
That to promote vaccinations amongst Germany citizens.
Are those rocks or people?
They use 700 sheep and goats.
Goats and sheep. What? See? We were just talking about animals need to be. This is why we can make this shit up. This is why we don't get our food from overseas. See? Look at that.
It's almost 100 meters. Handlers use, bread to get them into the shape of this.
Y'all niggas couldn't use people. Y'all want to have 700 sheep and goats. 700. That don't. First of all, why do you guys even have 700 on your damn phone?
Because they needed to make it large.
Bro, look at that.
It's over 100 meters, which is also known as 300 feet for you Americans.
First of all.
I'm just saying, they promote vaccination.
Who even took that picture for the top?
They went through some work for this, that's for sure. I'm just glad it wasn't in that little country I told you about where they were having sex with the donkeys, because who knows how that might have turned into a wild party afterwards. Okay, so with that being said, oh my gosh, we're at the end of another show, everybody.
Yeah,
can you believe it?
Yes, I could.
Where's the rock?
Rock, let me rock. Rock.
No. All right. Tell the people something before we go.
Yo, real quick, man. Shout out to all my fellow brothers, my fellow DJ brothers and sisters. Now, man, today's National DJ Day.
Oh my gosh, is it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, why didn't we
So much for you doing your report.
I didn't see that anywhere.
What are you talking about? That shit all over. That's global.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Don't disrespect us.
I'm not disrespecting
You're
you.
kind of like a DJ. You know that, right? Because you're on-air radio personnel. You know that, right?
Oh, so it's...
Whoa.
Excuse me.
Look excited, man. Huh?
I'm sorry.
I know I have that effect on you. That's why ladies love band.
Where air escapes us.
Yeah, but it's
so
natural. Yeah, National DJ Day also. Shout out to all my fellow college students. A lot of us are going back Monday. Shout out to y'all, man. Have a great.
So I remember the struggles. I'm actually thinking about going back for something else, but I don't know. I'm debating on it.
But let's have a great spring semester, y'all.
Woohoo! Yeah.
A lot of us is virtual for the first 2 weeks. I don't see why, but it is what it is.
I don't know. For the same reason they had the kids virtual. Like, I guess it was supposed to pause. Well, they said it's at an all-time high right now. So.
Yeah, 2 weeks is going to bring it down. I don't know.
Yeah, 2 weeks was going to let it just be like, and it's gone. It's magically gone away. Goodbye, COVID.
All right, what's up with you? Oh, come on.
All right, so you know that you can always find us on all kinds of social media platforms. Check us out. We got blogs popping off at www.thekonnectshow.rocks. And then we are on, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat.
Any type of social media.
But we're also now on TikTok.
No, she's on TikTok.
What you mean? No, we are on TikTok. I'm about to TikTokers after I get off the mic.
Oh, God.
We taking it time.
Do remember also, ladies and gentlemen, follow us at TapN Radio. That's TAP, the letter N, the word radio, on all social media platforms. Ding, ding, ding.
They know it's 8 o'clock. They like, ooh, toot, where is that? Toot. Anyway, tell them who you are.
Bam.
And I'm Sapphire, Pistol Grip, Pump, McLovin. Thank you so much for joining us, and make sure you catch us next time on The Konnect Show.
Wow.
Toodles.
Turn up the bass!
You're now listening. Yo, TapN Radio.